Hi pilgrims, back in the potting shed again today. This is the day that we heard that David Cassidy from the Partridge family has passed away. He's had a long illness with failing organs and what have you. Anyway, today, before I start planting my alliums, I just want to answer a few questions that was asked from my last video, and that was about the volcanic rock dust. Now, back in 2006, the Food Commission produced a report that said that 76% of the minerals and trace elements that should be in our soils are sadly missing. Well, my dog just come to see what's happening. What's up, Paddy? Yeah. Stop your tail from wagging. You're jogging the tripod. There you go, she's off again. Anyway, the upshot of that is, that means we're only getting 25% of the minerals and trace elements that our body requires. A quarter. Anyway, after 10 years of research and trial and error and trying this, that and the other, myself and Andy Jack, we made a DVD. I think that was late 2007 maybe. Anyway, really what this is an update on that early video that we did, and I've subsequently found a way of remineralising the soil so that our plants that we eat has those essential minerals and trace elements that our body requires. Now, I have a product called volcanic rock dust, which I mentioned on the last video, and all it is volcanic rock dust. I don't know if you can see. I mean, it's a very, very dry. It's almost like seaside sand, really, but it's grey. There's a lot of very, very fine dust in it, and a little bit of grit. Now, that has 80% of the known minerals and trace elements that our body requires. So, now what I've done in previous years, I first come across this in, I think it was 2014. I found by seeding my allotment bed with volcanic rock dust, the crops were bigger, better, tastier, disease resistant, and getting more disease resistant, and I was getting less infestations with like slugs, snails, black fly and the like. Anyway, that just answered the volcanic rock dust. But also, as well, I heard a comment in the background. What, broad beans at this time of the year? Absolutely, absolutely. These that you saw sown on the first video, they'll be ready to go out into my raised beds probably mid-December. Now, they will grow slowly during the winter months, but they've got that good head start. Now, what that would do, by the time the flowers will come on, they're little tiny black and white flowers, they will be ahead of the black fly. Black fly absolutely adore the little black and white flowers off the broad bean. So what you need is for those flowers to set to produce your bean. So by being ahead of nature, shall we say, ahead of the black fly will just come along in their thousands and just descend on your little tiny black and white flowers and nibble the heck out of them. No flowers, no produce. It's as easy as that. So if you can get ahead of the game, plant them in mid-late autumn, early winter, and then you'll have a crop a good crop of broad beans. It's as easy as that. Anyway, another autumn crop to sow is your alliums, your onions, your garlic, spring onions, leeks, all those sort of things. Now, I am going to have a go grow my own onions this year. Normally I go down to the New Onion Fair in September. If you want a good day out, the New Onion Fair is a must. It's a big family entertainment throughout the whole of the street. You have all manner of different types of onions to buy. There's it's like a medieval street fair. I mean, they have onion eating competitions, and if you haven't fancy having a go at eating an onion, you have a record of 1 minute and 6 seconds. Not by me, but yeah, by a local fellow. Anyway, yeah, there's bouncy castles. There's you know, these big air rides. There's food stalls by the score, well, many score in actual fact. There's wines and beers and ciders, and you know, there's everything for the whole family. Not that I'm promoting the New Onion Fair, but it's just a good fun day out. Anyway, the upshot of this little exercise today is to get my my alliums in. Now, I do like my chives and I do like my spring onions, and normally what I do, I save seeds from the following year, especially my broad beans and runner beans and the like. I save the seeds from the previous year. I leave the pods on the plant and let them totally dry off, and then you know, once they're dried, I harvest those pods, take the beans out of the pod, and this is when they're nice and. Now, this is a good autumn winter sowing variety of spring onion. It's some that you might be very familiar with. It's called the White Lisbon, but this is the autumn variety of spring onion, which I'm sowing in the autumn. I don't know, but it's again just I've got my little trays here with me potting medium in, and I'm just sowing these just very thinly. I don't want too many at a time because I can't eat too many at once, but you just want to sow a few, then in about a month's time sow a few more, then a month or so after that sow a few more. You know, and it's a nice way of having a perpetual supply of your veg. So that was my White Lisbon done there. This is my garlic chive. Again, it's a nice little winter autumn variety of seed to sow, and I will put labels in these so that we don't get them mixed up. But yeah, as I was saying earlier about the New Onion Fair, if you want a good day out, a good family day out, and it's free to go in, but I think it's on the 8th of September next year. The parade starts at 9:45 with the whole Onion Fair. You know, I mean, they even have dog shows there, you know, so there really is something for everyone, you know. There's ice cream stalls, there's Tex-Mex stalls, there's Italian stuff, there's French bakers and goodness knows what there, you know. So yeah, and if you fancy picking up a bag of onions for next to nothing, yeah, come on down. You'll see them on the website. Just type into Mr. Google there, Newent Onion Fair, Newent, Newent Onion Fair. Oh, I get paid for promoting them, shouldn't I? But no, it's right. This is a variety I haven't grown in a good many years. As I said, I normally buy me sacks of onions from the onion fair, but many years ago, I used to grow this variety. It's called Elsa Craig. It's quite a large globe onion, but and again, I'm only putting a few in my hand at a time, and as they're being used, I can sow a few more. But like most households across the country, I expect you get through quite a few onions in a year, so it does pay to grow your own. And as I said on the last video, there really is a certain sense of satisfaction that you get from growing your own. It's very much like having children, and you rear them and you nurture them and you try to get the best out of them. And I do the same with my plants. I try to give them the best possible start in life with the best growing medium for them, and I try to keep a reasonable steady temperature in here as well. I don't like it too hot. I mean, if you have it too hot, you'll be forcing the plants to grow, and I don't want that. So the temperature in here generally is a steady 12-13 degrees or thereabouts, and I'm not saying that's the optimum temperature for seeds to germinate. I mean, lettuce seeds, believe it or not, they can germinate from about 2 degrees. You know, and it's you think, well, how does anything germinate in that sort of temperature? But yeah, it does. And I'm just going to cover this with a bit more of my grow medium. You don't want inches of stuff on the top here. You just want a light dusting to cover the seeds. And a couple of things that your seeds need. They want moisture and they want air. And without those, your seeds won't germinate. So it might sound strange me saying that, but you'd be surprised how many people really don't realise that. You know, you think, oh, just throw a seed in the ground and it'll grow. And some will, but I would suggest for the most part, that's all that is. Just that. I'll put those over here for the time being. Next follows a series of snapshots taken of my broad beans this year. It starts off being sown in November 2016, and you see them coming through the grown medium beginning of December, and then by I think it's about the 20th of December they've been planted out into the raised bed. And there's the little white flowers I was talking about earlier, and this is about April time, and you can see the crops beginning to form on there, but it's a steady succession. The more you pick as the beans are growing, the more crop you go. And that last basket there, we've had about 4 of those off that one raised bed.